All right, so I think we'll just start. We'll just kickstart while we wait for others to join. They will join us in between meetings. Once again, I'm so excited to have you all here again today. Like we said yesterday, um, you should invite your friends, people who are supposed to. So the thing about this is that this training is not just um, a normal training, right? You're going to get certified for this training. Yeah, meaning that you're going to be getting certificates after this 2 day training. So if you didn't join yesterday, after today's training, we're going to be sending you a message with the recording for yesterday, meaning that you can go over what was taught yesterday on your own. It's going to be uploaded to YouTube, and the link will be shared with you people, so you can go over what was taught yesterday on your own, and learn it. Is very very important. So like I always tell people I train on digital marketing that digital marketing as a subject is very broad, right? And we have just four branches of digital marketing. We have social media, we have the PR, we have the advertisement area, and then we have SEO, right? And what we are trying to do in this training is to touch all these points, right? All these four branches of digital marketing, and and arouse the curiosity in you to go and learn more. So just to motivate you a little bit, right? Apart from the fact that you can get a job, this you can actually build a business around it. And with the way things are going, in fact, starting from 2015, digital marketing was considered a very like lucrative field, meaning that a lot people make millions from this, right? A lot of companies because of the ability to the importance of digital marketing, because it helps you. Digital marketing is different from traditional marketing because digital marketing is kind of like is online. Most of us are online. Almost everyone here, in fact, has a smartphone, and that's why you're able to join this meeting, right? We know the barrier with people not having smartphones, but because of the adoption of technology, digital marketing has become very important because it helps you reach a broader audience, and not just broader audience. It helps you meet specific. You'll be able to target specific audience, right? Whether it be it social media, you use your social media to target. When you're doing ads, you can target who you actually want to reach, meaning that, hey, I'm a business owner, I sell cakes. I can actually run an advert that will target people within so and so age range. Do you get? That will help me reach more people that will actually purchase my products, right? So these are the things that digital marketing helps businesses do, and that is why a lot of businesses are diversifying and going into digital marketing. So it's a very big field. In fact, everybody is a very big playing ground. All you just need to do is master your art, right? After we are done here, let it not just be done here. Everybody I meet, I tell them, anybody I meet that wants to learn something, I tell them that aside going for trainings like this to spark the interest in you, to help you, start up your career, or to help you start up your journey in whatever field you choose, you can actually like learn online. Now, learning online is not going to pay for another course. Learning online is things like YouTube, right? A lot of people don't know that YouTube is a university on its own. If you agree with me, just say something in the chat. A lot of people don't actually agree or don't actually, know yet that YouTube is a university of its own, meaning that anything you want to learn, you can actually learn from YouTube. So I just wanted to do a little introduction so that you guys will know that you guys will know what we are up for here, and you know that, hey, there's a bright future ahead of you, right? This in fact, this thing can become your next or email. You don't know what's going to happen. But like I said, you need to master your craft. The moment you master your craft, you in fact getting a job as a digital marketer is not going to be difficult. So yeah, I have with me Amobi Joshua. As we all know, this training is facilitated by Socialander, but it is sponsored by GIZ, meaning that GIZ sponsored this training. That's why it's free. So I work for Socialander, and I have my colleague here is our lead ads guy. at Ushulanda, and our business development manager. In fact, he's an amazing personality. Like, he knows how to run ads very well. So he's going to be taking us on ads now. And then after his session in like 45 minutes or 1 hour, we would have our SEO guy too, who is going to join the call. He's going to join the call soon. He will take us on SEO, right? Like I said, if you were not here in the class yesterday, you would have to go over that class and pick a niche that you're going to work with. Pick a niche that you're going to work with. Now, the thing with digital marketing is that as a starter, you can learn everything about digital marketing, but you need to focus on something to make gold mine out of it. Meaning that you can much later, let's say in the next 5-10 years, you can become ad specialist, you can become social media manager, you can become an SEO guy, you can do all these things collectively together. But the truth is that for you to be able to, like, as a starter, to learn and not confuse yourself in this space, you need to choose a niche. So what I'm expecting after these classes, I'm going to ask that question and I want you guys to answer. What I'm expecting after this class, today's class, is that I'll need people to tell me, okay, after learning from yesterday and what we had today, this is the niche I want to focus on. This is what I want to, like, put all my energy into and make sure that I grow in this space, right? So now we are going to welcome Joshua. Joshua, are you ready? Joshua, confirm you can hear me.
Yeah, David, I can hear you.
All right, thank you very much, Joshua. So you have the floor now.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, David, for the introduction. Uh, so basically, before I share my screen, let me just share my screen. David, I can share my screen, right?
Yes, you can, yeah.
Okay. Okay, just give me a moment. Um, can you guys see my screen now?
Not yet. We can't see your screen yet.
Okay. Why is it not showing? It's kind of disconnecting if I try to share my screen.
All right. Let me see if there's anything that's a challenge from this end.
Okay, so why you look at that? Let me quickly point out something. Yeah, so you guys are in for a roller coaster, and it's going to be amazing. But before I start anything, I would like to ask: do you know the difference? What differentiates an ad specialist from someone who knows how to run ads, or from a novice? It's going to be quite interactive. David, is it possible to allow people to talk or reply?
So yes, people can raise their hands. Anybody who wants to talk should raise your hand. Apologies first of all. The reason why we won't allow everybody to, be able to unmute just like that is so that people don't, so that the session is not noisy, so we can be able to control it. So I have someone who raised his hand. Confidence. Okay, confidence. You can go now. Confidence. Your mic is enabled. You can unmute and talk.
Yeah, please take the question again, sir.
Do you know what differentiates between an ad specialist and a novice?
Okay, actually yes. The
Okay.
art specialist it's one that specializes basically on running ads for businesses. But the novice probably number one is that it does not have any idea. It cannot run Facebook adverts or either Instagram advert, for example. But he knows that such as this, that people run advert like that. And he knows that you can actually use that to promote your business. But especially specializes, it does not do content. It does not do maybe email marketing. It specializes on only running of ad for people and businesses.
Okay. Okay. You are right. You're right. Let's say I'll give you 4/10. So the difference between an ad specialist and a novice also is also someone that uses the platform that focuses on ads alone. So he's not doing content, not doing any of those things. Okay. So when I say novice, I'm not talking about someone who is outside the space. So the difference between an art specialist and a novice is that a novice knows how to use the platform, but a specialist understands the platform. That's the difference. Understanding the platform, most ad platforms are easy to use. They are actually built in a way that enables a new user, a novice, to set up an ad and get it running. And the reason for this is because these platforms like Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, these platforms, they want their onboarding to be as easy as possible, and they want people to spend as much money as possible on their platform. Let me use the word, they want people to waste as much money on the platform as possible. That's the reason why they make this platform super easy to use. So that's the difference between an ad specialist and a novice. A novice knows how to set up an ad, but an ad specialist understands the concept, the psychology behind ads. So that's what differentiates both of them. So with that being said, what I'm about to show you guys and tell you guys is not basically how to set up an ad, because you can learn that on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, you're going to see plenty videos on how to set up a message ad, how to do this, how to do that. But none of them is going to show you what actually makes you a specialist. And that's what I'm about to show you guys. So it's going to be a very interesting section. I still can't share my screen. I don't know why. I don't know why I still can't share my screen.
I'm also wondering why that's not coming up. So um, let's try something. Um, okay. Um, try resharing now.
Sir, can I ask, based on your explanation on novice and specialist?
Yeah, we can see your screen now. So
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So is it safe to conclude that from a lot of persons are more of the novice? Because I see most people, they complain that my advert is not doing right, it's not doing this. What is the problem? Because some of them even claim they know, but you see, sometimes they come up again with several questions. You now feel like these persons, are they actually expert or specialists in this thing, or they are novice? So those kind of people, are they actually novice or specialists?
Yeah, you can call them novice. You can call them novice. And I'll tell you why
But
they
see,
are novice.
okay, but it seems to be at times getting result, and at some point they get a bit confused from questions they put up.
Okay, so when we are done with this class, you understand what I mean, what differentiates a specialist from a novice. But you can call these guys novice because they know how to set up an ad, but they don't really understand the platform. So yeah, you guys can see my screen now. Let me try putting this in slide mode. Okay, yeah. So I'll be showing you guys, like I will teaching on paid advertising, what you need to know, and I'll be using. Can you hear me? I want to confirm that you can hear me. So I'll be teaching you guys on. I'll be using Facebook as a case study because there are several ad platforms, and I just have for something less than 40 minutes for this session, and I can't cover all the platforms. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Google, we have what's it called? We have LinkedIn, we have Twitter, we have Spotify, we have a lot of them. But I'll be using Facebook as a case study, and I will show you guys what you need to know about ads. So first of all, one question that you need to ask yourself is what determines the success of your advert? This is a critical question that most claimed ad specialists they don't really know. They are not really asking that question. I've seen some. I've been opportune to run ads that have generated over 100 million for clients. Ads in real estate, in luxury products, and all of that. You get so. The first question is what determines the success of your ad, and this is the answer to it. One is your ad copy. I'll just show you guys how to go about that. Two is your ad targeting, and three is your ad creative. There are other subsections under this, which, if time may permit me, I would like to go through them. But if there's no time, I'll just point it out for you guys to go and look it up on YouTube to understand how all these things work. So, like I said earlier, these platforms, Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, all these platforms, they are made so easy so that you waste more money on their platform. Just have this at the back of your mind. So anything that they are recommending for you, when you, let's say for example, you will see a post on Facebook and you will see this post performs better than the others, boost post. That's a big lie. If you check the statistics of that particular post, it does not perform better than the others. But why does Facebook or this platform keep on asking you to boost this post? Because they want to waste as much money on their platform. So any recommendation that you're seeing on this platform when you're creating an ad with them, try not to fall for that trap because their primary aim is to make you spend as much money as possible on the platform. So the first part is what makes your ad a success: ad copy, ad targeting, ad creative. So this is let's start with ad copy. Ad copy is the write up or the sales copy that let's call, you can call it a caption. You can also call it let's call it a sales copy because it involves both the copy on your design and the caption on the post itself, and also the call to action copy. So this is an example of an ad copy, and there's something I need you guys to understand about this ad copy. So first of all, one thing you need to know about ad copies and captions on when you're running ads on Facebook, because I'm using Facebook as a case study, is that first of all the write up you're putting up, the caption you're putting up on that particular post, you have to put in the most, like the first paragraph. The only thing that shows on your ad is the first paragraph. So anything above your the first paragraph of your copy is not seen. You will see something like Facebook put something like see more. And based on statistics or an experience I've had, a lot of people, more than 70% of people don't click on see more. And up to like 40% of don't even read caption to even start with. So when you are setting up an ad on Facebook, be very much aware of the number of caption that can be seen by the person you are targeting. So if you see ads run by specialists, you will find out that they keep their content, they keep their captions in nothing less than one paragraph, and this paragraph is nothing less than 3 lines. So, and they try as much as possible to communicate the most important thing about their products, about their service, about their business they're trying to advertise in that line. So if you look at this for an example now, it says we offer online booking to make traveling through Chicago easier than ever. Simple. You know that this is an online booking platform. They're into traveling and they are going to Chicago and they make it easier. Anything more than that is accepted. You shouldn't write a copy, a long copy, because this is a big mistake that people make. They write a very long copy and they put it and they run their ads with it. It does not make sense. No matter how much information you want to give through your copy or your caption on your ads, people will still ask you more questions when they finally get in touch with you. So there is no need. Try to save that space. Try to communicate straight to the point why they should click that button, why they should reach out to you, why they should take the action that you're asking them to take in nothing less than one paragraph and nothing less than 3 lines, nothing more than 3 lines. Very important. I know a lot of you have made that mistake of having a lot of content and you're putting that on the post to promote. Don't make sense. That is not although when you're putting an ad on Facebook, they will ask you to put in more content to show you that these people want your ad to spend more money, and spending more money means one, you're going to be wasting money. Two, you won't be getting the results that you're looking at. So that's number one. Number two is the caption that you're using for your the call to action that you're using for your ads. It's very, very important. You have to be able to know the right call to action to use. Just assume when you're writing a copy or the call to action, just assume that the people you're reaching out to, they are dummies. Just assume that they are dummies. That every single step, they need to be guided every single step. Don't assume that they are professionals, even though you are targeting professionals. Don't assume that they are professionals. Assume that they are all dummies and they need to be guided on every single step. So if you look at this sample now, you see book online now, and their call to action is also book now. So they are making it, they are directing you, oh, this particular ad, this is the action I want you to take on this particular ad. I want you to book now. I want you to book a section, book an appointment. This is the action I want you to take. It's very, very clear and precise. Don't try to use call to actions that are not related to what you have in mind. Or let's say you are selling a product, you are selling gadgets, phones, for example. Instead of using shop now, you are using book now. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't align with what you're advertising. And the little confusion that you bring into your adverts, the higher chances of them skipping your ads. Remember, people are constantly scrolling through their social media. They don't have time to look at something that is not interesting. Any form of confusion, they will definitely skip your ad. And once they skip your ad, platforms like Facebook, platforms like Instagram, platforms like Twitter that charges based on impression will charge you, because these people have come in contact with your ad. Did they take the action you're looking for? No, they didn't take the action. So reduce as much confusion as possible. Be precise with your call to action. Know the right call to action to use for what you are selling. And the headline, which is the book now you're seeing here, Are You Traveling Through Chicago? Make it precise. So that's number one, ad copy. Remember what I've told you. One is the caption should not be more than one paragraph and should not be more than 3 lines for that paragraph, for one paragraph. Use call to action that is in line with what you're selling, and use a headline that points them, that directs them to that call to action, because sometimes they don't know where it is. I remember Instagram call to action is quite different from Facebook. You have to be conscious of where the call to action is. That's for ad copy. 2, ad targeting. Who is seeing your ad in the first place? So in this particular aspect, if you have questions, you can raise up your hand as we progress. So in this particular area now, can you see my screen? David, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to. Okay, so second question you need to ask yourself is, who am I targeting? That's number two. There, truth be told, stuff that you can't find on Facebook, and there's some set of products that you can't sell on Facebook using Facebook ads. You just have to have that at the back of your mind. So I find out that many people do make that mistake of promoting what should not be promoted on Facebook, or promoting what should not be promoted on LinkedIn, for example. So Facebook is a good platform when you are targeting B2C. If you're a B2C business, it's a very good platform. Business to customer. Let's say you are selling shoes, you are selling bags, or anything that has to do with an individual. Facebook is that, because the targeting what they have in their targeting list can help this kind of people. But when you're targeting things like your product is like a B2B business, a service business that is focused on business people, CEO, the rest, you should be using Facebook. You should be using platforms like LinkedIn. That's a good platform for B2B business, not Facebook. So although you can mix Facebook and that of LinkedIn, but Facebook should focus on conversion, the kind of conversion you are looking at. Facebook should be more focused on making that impression, that awareness, getting them to know about the brand. So because the advantage of this is that you can collect data from Facebook, import it on LinkedIn, and use it to do your retargeting ads on LinkedIn. So you can run an awareness ad on Facebook for a B2B business, get data in terms of people who visited your website, use that data and run a retargeting ad on LinkedIn. So that's how we interact with an ad on Facebook. When you go on LinkedIn, you probably, I don't know whether if you experience that, you see the same ad you saw on Facebook on LinkedIn. This is because they collect data based on people who saw the ad, or people who clicked on the ad on Facebook and then found them on LinkedIn and showed them what they're looking at, what they're looking for. So that's how these things go. Targeting is also very important. You need to know the right platform, the targeting options available, which I will pick very quick to know whether I can go through that. So that's for targeting. That's the second thing. The third thing is ad creative. I've seen the worst ad creatives ever. Do's and don'ts, things you should not do when it comes to your ad creative. Ad creative is different from your flyer. One, you should not flyer. Flyers are not meant to be used for Facebook ads. When you are designing an ad creative, be sure that you differentiate it from your flyer. Flyer has plenty information, plenty text, even ones that are not relevant. But ad creatives get you straight to the point. Communicate why these people should take the action you want them to take. And the reason for this is, if you promote a creative that has plenty text, like I say, do's and don'ts. Don't use creative. Use flyers is different from your ad creative. Don't promote your flyers, because flyers has plenty information. Two is the ad creative itself. Make sure that there is no plenty text, because the more text you have on the creative, the less performing it becomes. Because Facebook and all these platforms, they know that people have a low, their patience is very low when it comes to scrolling through things on their platform. So they want to show ads that are very, very, very straight to the point, captivating as much as possible, to get people to actually look at those ads, because that's how they make their own money. So if your own creative is too texty, not straight to the point, not understanding enough, from your ads, you'll be asking yourself, why is my ad not performing, without knowing that it's your creative. You can test run this thing and find out for yourself. Use a flyer that has plenty text and use one that has straight to the point communication. No plenty text. See the difference. So art creative is very, very important. The do's that you can do, the do's of art creative. Another one is color. Color, the choice of color. You need to choose colors that are catchy in the eyes. So you can check online. You can do your research on colors that attract the human eye. One of them is red. We have yellow. We have blue. There are several colors that is attached to the human eye. Use those colors to catch it. The reason for this is because people are quickly scrolling through their Facebook, and it has been proven that the human eye can detect any form of change of color. So if you use these colors that have been proven that catches the eye to design your creatives, the chances of people stopping and seeing what is written on your art increases. So use colors that are eye-popping that catches viewers' attention. Very, very important. Don't go and make your background too complex, infusing as much color as possible. That's confusion. And once it's like that, people will not view your ads. They will skip your ads, and Facebook will charge you. Platforms like Facebook will charge you by impression because these people, by mistake, scroll through your ads as quickly as possible. That's another dose. Another dose is that you have to know that the size of your art, your creative is also important. The size of your creative is also important. There is some, like this one you're seeing here is square in shape, which is square is a perfect shape when it comes to platforms like Facebook, when it comes to platforms like LinkedIn and also Twitter. Square is a good shape. So you need to know the size of, let's say for example, if you're scrolling through Twitter, for example, you should know what size of pictures. Go on Twitter, check pictures that you're seeing on Twitter. See the ones that fit, the size of pictures that fit well, that shows all the details, that is not cropped due to the fact that it's too long, it's too wide, and the rest. Use that size when you're designing your creative, because if people cannot see the full details at the first glance on your art, the chances of them skipping it is 90% that they will skip your ad. So this information is what differentiates a novice and a specialist, because they understand these things. Because advertising, marketing is more of psychology than the house. It's more of the whys and the hows. Very, very important. I've worked with a client that that was promoting his secondary school, a particular program that they are having in the secondary school, and he sent me his flyers, and I'm like, these flyers are not going to work. Dyslexia, confusing. Had to give them a template of what to design. They had to go back and redesign that same thing and send me the one. Guess what? They got massive results. Enough, I had to do another test run with the first one they sent, to show them the reason why I told them to redesign this particular creative. So it's very, very important. So these are the three things that you should know. These are the three things that you should know. If I'm not, David, try as much as possible to alert me if I'm taking much time. So yeah. Before I move forward, is there any questions based on what I just pointed out now? You can raise your hand if you have questions. Okay. NS raising his hand. Is there any other person that raised his hand? David, can you allow NS to ask his question?
NS, you can speak now.
All right. Good evening, guys. All right. Yeah. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
All right. Okay, thank you for this class. I really appreciate. Let me just make it straight now. As it's social media, it is okay. I'm not really like an it is. I just use social media to catch crews and everything. Yeah, and I see ads. I don't click on them,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure I am not the only one that does it. Most of us we hardly click on ads. So what can one do as a specialist? What can one do to propel someone to click on an ad? He has done everything. He did the ad copy, the ad targeting, the ad creating, but most time we don't just click on it. What can one do as a specialist to make sure someone clicks on it? Is it
Okay, that's a very wonderful question. Frankly speaking, and me being honest, they didn't actually get something right in these three things I pointed out. So that you saw and you didn't click on that particular ad. If I'm to ask, is it an urgent need to you? Are
okay?
you the right person that is supposed to be seeing that ad?
Okay.
That that's where targeting comes in. Are you the
Yeah.
right person?
True.
If you see an ad that has nothing to do with you, it's not solving any of your present problem or your urgent problem or your urgent need, definitely you're going to skip that ad. So the truth of the matter is the reason why ads underperform is because of these three things I pointed out. So you have to go back and review these three things. Review your content, your copy, review your targeting, review your design.
Okay.
So that's why as a specialist and if platforms like Facebook, all these advertising platforms, they have what is called A and B testing. So the reason for A and B testing is to test these three things. There is nothing else you are testing. You
Okay,
test
sir.
you test your targeting, you test your creative. So when you're designing a creative, you shouldn't be using one creative. You should have like three creatives that you can do A and B testing on to know which one catches the most attention.
All right.
So they should go back and review these three things, create more copies,
Okay.
do
No
a
problem.
test. Yeah, exactly. Any other question? Any other person that have question?
People can ask. Yes. Yo, sorry.
Um,
My network. Hello. Yeah.
um,
Sorry.
Steven. Okay, you have more another question.
No, yeah, I have another one. Just one more, just one.
Okay, because I can only take questions from three people. You are number one,
Okay,
then two more.
okay, just
So go
no
ahead, go
problem.
ahead.
Just okay, okay. How can we compete for ads? The ad space. There are so many people running ads. How does our own come forward? How do people see our own? How do we compete for the space? Is there something
Okay,
or the social media handles we just shuffle it and say today is for you guys, tomorrow is for this other brand or like that? How do we find our around it?
okay. So this is a question of how. So
Yes.
I'll give you a hint. You can go and learn more from YouTube and do more research. So there's a bidding strategy. The highest bidder gets the view. That's one. That's if is a very competitive target audience that you're targeting. Competitive means that a lot of people are targeting the same people. So let's say, for example, you're selling cars and you're targeting people who like things about cars. Definitely that particular target audience is very competitive. So it will now be based on the highest bidder. So you can check on bidding strategies for whichever platform you're looking at, whether if it's Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn or Google. So we can do that research. So when it comes to targeting options that are not competitive, that's why it's always good to understand who you are targeting so that you don't choose the obvious targeting options. So let's
All
say, for
right.
example, now, if you're selling toys or children clothes, for example, sometimes you need to know, okay, the person you are targeting is the mothers or the parents of these children. What are these people interested in? Mothers, most of them are interested in, let's say, if, for example, when BB Niger is running, BB Niger, for example. So you can target people interested in BB Niger. It's not a very, for what you are selling, it's not a competitive target option. But if you just go ahead and target married women, that's a very, very obvious targeting option. Or married women with 3 kids or with a kid. That's a very obvious one. So that one brings you into a bidding war, which is something that is a total different thing altogether that you need to learn about. But if you don't want to get involved in this high bidding war, the highest bidder based on what you want to spend for each action, you have to think more about your target audience, know more about them, then target the non-obvious interest that these people might have, and from there reach out to them. Yeah.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah. So Stephen, David, Stephen is.
Yes, good evening. No doubt, actually, I'm a novice here. My question is, why is it that it's very expensive to own a YouTube channel? Advertising on it is very expensive. I don't know why. Please, can you explain?
Okay, advertising on YouTube is not expensive. That's one. It's not expensive. I think the most expensive platform based on hierarchy is LinkedIn, followed by YouTube. Sorry, not YouTube, Facebook. Then you can see things like Google, YouTube, and the rest. So YouTube is like on the down list when it comes to, and the reason why it's not that expensive is because they charge you. Let's say, for example, YouTube views, for example, they charge you for there's a threshold, like if someone view time, if someone views your watches your ads above what's it called? Is it 30 seconds, or there's a duration that someone will watch your ad, YouTube will charge you. But if the person skips your ad, YouTube does not charge you. So YouTube charges per action, and that action is not even that expensive. You get, so YouTube is not as expensive as some other platforms, and the chances of people skipping your ads, they don't really charge you for that. They charge you for people who watches for to a certain duration. That's what they charge.
Thank you.
So you just need to improve. You need to learn more about YouTube advertising. That's just what you need to do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Confidence.
Yes, I have a 3-in-1 question, sir. Let me just ask them all at once.
Okay.
So between videos, images, and word copy, which works effectively?
Oh,
Then the other one, does landing page affect or impact on Facebook ads?
okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Then I think the other one is there's something I wanted to really ask. Okay, like for the video, is it very, very good to actually show your face as you, the seller? Is it really
Okay.
advisable to know you?
Okay. So let me start from the
Because
first one.
I have faces to run ads, and I don't really like that concept. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. So let me start from the first one you asked. Between video and image, which one, or text, which one is better? So one is, it depends on the platform. Platforms like Facebook does not allow you to advertise only text. So the only place you can advertise only text is Google search ads. That's the place you advertise only text. So that's one. So text is not part of the option unless you're talking about Google ads, Google search ads. So between image and video, which one is more preferable? As of now, images work, it depends on the product you are selling. It depends on the product you are selling. And two, it depends on whether if you are running a retargeting ads. So let me use real estate for an example now. If you're selling a product, a real estate product, for example, or a product that is above 10,000, or a product that is above 10,000 naira, for example, you should use videos. The reason why I said videos is because 10,000, the reason why I said videos is because there's an amount of money that people are not willing to just let go like that. They need more information. And your image might not be able to get them to watch it. So, so products like real estate now, for example, videos are much better than pictures. That's the truth of the matter. Videos are much better than pictures. In terms of retargeting, videos are much better than pictures. The reason for this is because when you're doing a retargeting ads, for example, you can run ads. You can actually measure who is interested in your product but did not take the action you're looking at. But using image, you can't really find that out. So how do you find that out in retargeting? Let's say, for example, people who watched up to 60 seconds of your video, they must have been interested in the video until one point where they got exhausted or you started saying things that are not relevant. Then they had to skip the ad. So that's like a way to find people that, oh, this particular thing, they are actually interested in it, but something happened that made them drop off. So you can retarget them with a more straight to the point, more understandable, and which word will I use now? Persuading listing video or ads. So I prefer video when I hope to retarget that same audience, or those people that watched my video, than images. It really helps in retargeting. It helps to show you, because Facebook, for example, charges you based on action taken and also impression. So in the case where they charge me for impression, I should be able to get something out of it. You get. So if someone viewed my ad without taking the action I want, and Facebook charges me for it, at least I can get a data from it, from those people that viewed the ads but did not take action. I can remarket to them later on. But with images, I can't really do that. So that's everything has a pro and cons, but these are the pros and cons to it. So that's for the first question. The second question you asked about, if I can remember, sorry, can you repeat the second question?
Landing page.
Okay. So in terms of landing, currently in 2022, a lot of things have changed, especially with the new privacy issue thing that is happening now. A lot of devices are coming in with privacy, blocking apps and platforms from collecting your data, websites from collecting your data. So all those things are really shaking the advertising platform, digital advertising platforms as of now. So most platforms prefer you running ads that stays in their platform, that does not take them to an external platform. So the only time I advise you to run an ad that takes you to a landing page is if it's very, very necessary to go to a landing page. So let's say, for example, you're running a lead generation ad. I prefer using Facebook's lead form than sending them to a website, because there's a lot of drop-off as a result of the whole privacy issue that is happening. So if I'm selling a product, I prefer sending people to WhatsApp than sending them to an e-commerce website currently. So, but and also it depends on platforms. I'm talking about Facebook, I'm talking about social media platforms. But when it comes to Google, it's also applicable on Google, but not Google has Play Store, so they have more privilege than these other platforms. So Google, for example, you can run search ads, send them to a website. Google is fine. They're kind of covered because they have their own app store. You get, so all those things, they have privileges. So, but when it comes to social media platforms, that like especially Facebook, I prefer them staying on the platform instead of taking them to an external website, unless if it's very, very necessary to do that. So yeah. So the third question is what?
I think you've answered.
Showing off art creative, showing off the one's face on art creative.
Okay, okay. So in that aspect, it also depends on what you are selling. Let me use real estate for an example. If you're selling a real estate product, a landed property, and you are not a very popular real estate company or a real estate individual agent that is very, very popular, um, you should show your face because it creates trust. But if it's not something that requires trust, let's say, for example, you are selling a product that is commonly understood by anybody. Let's say, for example, you're selling a phone. You don't need people understand the difference between iPhone X and iPhone 11 Pro Max. So you don't really need to show your face to explain that. You get. So it depends on what you're selling. So if it requires you to establish some level of trust, you have to show your face or show someone's face. That person will now will be the face behind the brand or the person selling the thing. So yeah, that's the only case. So that's like the third question. I think that should be it from my end. So let me so tools that you need, download these apps on your phone, Facebook app. I'm using Facebook as a case study. So if you're looking at Facebook, page manager, ad manager, download those apps, it will help you. Then ads is more of selling online, is more of psychology than the house. It's more of the whys. Yeah. So I think that should be it. I hope you really picked a lot from this session. And please pay attention to these three things. It's very important. When you start learning the how on using YouTube or any other platform, these particular things that I told you guys come in very handy. This is what will differentiate you from a novice, someone who knows how to use the platform, and a professional, someone who understands the platform. Yeah. So David, taking an hour already. That was interesting. You
So
can take.
someone asked me this. Can you list the tools again, please?
Sorry. Eh?
Someone asked if you can list the tools again.
Oh, for Facebook, the Facebook app, the
Slide, it slide again. Or you list.
okay, Facebook app, page business suite. That's what it's called now. It's what I call page manager, business suite app, then Facebook ad manager. So it comes in handy. Anywhere you are, you can edit your ads, you can monitor your ad performance without having to go through your system and view the ad manager, which has a lot of things involved there. Yeah. So you can download those apps. It comes in very handy.
Okay. So thank you so much, Joshua. I'm going to, towards the end of the class, I'm still going to be asking you some questions for the roundup. So we want to take the next class. Just put together your questions. We're going to have a Q&A session after the next speaker so that we don't take so much of the time, right? So one thing I just want to state, just like Joshua mentioned here, he had said it. One thing about anything that concerns digital marketing is first thing you must need to know your target audience, right? You must need to know, like you'd have understood the market and know who you're targeting, right? You actually need to know who your target is. That's one. Second thing is that you must know, like you must know how to reach them. What platforms are they on? To get for you to be able to decide which platforms you're going to be using to do anything advertising. It cuts across everything that has to do with digital marketing, be it SEO, be it PR, be it advertising, or even Facebook, or even social media. Right. So yeah, I want to introduce the next person I supposed to talk to us. Is Chibuzo Lawrence. He also is our ads. Chibuzo Lawrence is our SEO manager, our lead SEO manager, social handler. So yeah, he'll be taking us on SEO. Like I said, the reason for all this is that you decide, okay, this is the field I want to, to spark the interest in you. And say, okay, this is the field I want to focus on. On that field you are focusing on, then you build on it. When you choose a niche, you build on it. So yeah, so you can go ahead. Please put together your questions. There will definitely be a Q&A session after the class, so that people who are curious about one or two things, generally about, because this is our last class, general about digital marketing, anything that has to do with ads or even SEO you have to talk, then we can talk about it. Yeah, Chibuzo, over to you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Sorry, please, if you can confirm that you can hear me, please.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Let me share my screen. So I noticed some people were leaving after the first class by Josh. I think he thought that was the last class. No problem. So let's just get to it. So basically, what I'll be overseeing is SEO. I hope you can see my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So I know we might have come across the terminology SEO or something like it, but probably do not understand what it entails. Even to today, people still ask me, does it have to do with coding and all that? And I'll be like, no. SEO is one of the lucrative skills that you don't need to code to do it. You get in the budding stage when it comes to Nigeria and Africa at large. But outside Nigeria and Africa, it's kind of very, very prominent. You get. So let's take a look into SEO and what it entails. So what is SEO? You can see my screen. Probably jot some things down or so. But what exactly is SEO? So SEO is basically search engine optimization. You get. So let me say I search for something now on Google. Let me just search for something to better explain what SEO means. Now I search for SEO per se, and I'm seeing different sites. You get ranking on the first page. You get so the fact that these sites are ranking on the very first page is as a result of SEO work that's gone into this site. You get whenever you search for anything online, all those sites you see appear. They just appear because who wants them to appear, or I don't know. But the reason why they appear there is because they've carried out search engine optimization on their website. They've optimized their website such a way that Google will notice them. Search engines will notice them, not just Google. Apart from Google, we also have Bing, we have Axe.com, we have Bubble, and so many. We have Baidu, Yandex, search engines. But the most prominent one is Google. Especially for those of you that use Android phones and all. So Google is like the most prominent one. That's why I'll be referring more to Google instead of Baidu or Yandex and the rest. So SEO is basically getting a website to rank on Google. You get. So this is just normal, write-up explanation of it. But practically, what it simply means is get my website to appear on Google. That is what SEO is. You get. It's the art of being found organically through a search engine. So I'll just give examples of search engines: Google, Yandex, and the rest. You get. So let's move on. So there are so many SEO terminologies that you get to hear often, if you want to go into the SEO space. So to avoid confusion, I'll break down these terminologies for you so that whenever you probably you decide to take a course on Udemy or you decide to take a course on Coursera to venture into SEO proper, these terminologies are what you'll be seeing most often. So let's just break it down. Already know what SEO is, which is search engine optimization. Now, what is SERP? SERP is search engine results page. So, what is search engine results page? Now, when we search for something, whenever we search for something on Google, we get this page that has all the results. I search for SEO. I'm saying top stories, 7 ways to use Google Trends for SEO content and marketing. People also ask, I'm saying developers of Google.com, SEO starter guide. This particular page you're looking at, right? This page that is showing you all these results, all these websites here, is called search engine results page. You get. If you scroll down to the bottom, you will notice that we have 1 to 10, and over it's up to 100. So the fact that we have 1 to 10 means that we have search engine results page 1, results page 2, 3, 4, and like that. This very first page is what we call the first search engine results page or the first SERP. You get. I hope it's very clear. So anything you search on Google, whenever Google gives you results, that particular page you're looking at is called your SERP. That's your search engine results page. So next thing we have here is SF. SF simply means search features. You get search features. So there are so many search features. There's image, there's FAQ panel, there's featured snippets, and like that. So what are these search features? So let's look at our SERP. Well, we know what SERP is now, so we'll be using SERP for search engine results page. So let's look at our SERP. Let's identify those search features. So looking at this SERP, the first search feature I have here is what? Top stories. You can see this is my top stories. Scrolling down a little bit, I have another search feature called FAQ panel, which is your people also ask. Basically, almost everything you search on Google comes with this FAQ panel. Almost everything you search, comes with it. So for this particular keyword, I also have on my right hand side, I have what we call the knowledge panel, which is this guy you're seeing here. This knowledge panel. You get. So there are certain keywords that comes with certain search features. If you are venturing into SEO proper, you need to understand that sometimes some keywords may be very, very difficult. So when you know that this keyword is very difficult and you can't, appear on the first page for this particular keyword, what do? You try to take questions that people answer or people ask often. For example, now look at these questions right here. We have the first one, which is what does SEO mean? You get. And that one is how do beginners do SEO? So knowing fully well that I can't appear on the first page on this SERP for SEO as a keyword, I'll take all these questions in my FAQ panel, put it in my content, and I'll answer it better than these guys are already appearing here. You get. So if I can answer it better than these guys appearing here, it means that I have the chance of appearing in the FAQ panel. I don't know if you understand. It's really a good night appearing here on the FAQ panel. You get. So sometimes when you know that keyword is very difficult to target the FAQ panel or target the top stories. Top stories is quite difficult to target in the sense that top stories usually take into consideration topical authority. Topical authority in the sense that whenever there's a website that has been talking about a particular topic for years, at least 3-5 years, a particular website is talking about one particular subject matter. Let's say we have a website and the website is talking about which person's name should I use? Let's say Joshua. There's a website called joshua.com. And other websites talking about is Joshua. For example, we have a website called CristianoRonaldo.com, right? We have Messi.com. So these websites are topical in that niche. Whenever it comes to that topic, that website is an authority. So that is why it's very difficult to, appear for this particular search feature, which is known as your top stories. You get, it takes years. It's not just a one-day thing. But once you build that technical authority and you appear here, forget it. You're good to go. The kind of traffic you'll be getting daily, it's something else entirely. You get, so another search feature we have is we have featured snippets, which is another good map. So let me search for something that can give us a featured snippet. Let's see what is what should I say? What is digital marketing? Let me see. Okay, so this keyword does not come with feature snippets. So there are certain times you search for something, right? And the very first thing you'll be seeing is answer to what you searched. You get answer to what you searched before you start seeing all these results. You see answer to that thing you searched before all these results. So that answer you are seeing is what we call feature snippet. You get, that's what we call feature snippet. Let me try this keyword. Okay, still the same thing. I'm not getting feature snippets for this keyword. So there are certain keywords you search, you see your feature snippet. It's right at this very first place before the search engine results comes in. You get to see your feature snippets. So it's another search field that can target if you can't go for that region keyword. So another thing we have is we have DA and we have DR. This is very, very vital part of SEO. DA and DR simply means domain authority or domain rating. Both of them are actually the same thing. The reason why we have two of them is because we have so many websites or so many platforms that gives us or that calculates DA for us. So some of these websites that calculates DA and DR are moz.com, which is moz.com. So they calculate DR for you. We also have Href. Href also calculates DR for you. Now the difference between the two is for Moz, which is moz.com, they call it DA, domain authority, whereas Href call it what? DR. You get domain rating. That's just the difference. There is no other difference. Both of them are signifying how powerful a website is. That's basically how that's signifying. Let's take, for example, now, I want to check the domain authority of this website. I go to moz.com/domain analysis. Then I type my website URL. So I want to check the authority. So let me click on check authority and let it load. So you can see the authority of this website is 43, and the other factors that has to do with it as well. So what I'm interested in at this moment is what domain authority. Domain authority is calculated from 1 to 100. The higher domain authority gets, the more difficult it is to climb higher. Now let's take a look at the STRP. Now looking at this STRP, although I have certain certain add-ons on my Chrome that is making me see this data. So developers.google.com has a domain authority of 95. Search Engine Land has a domain authority of 91. Moz has a domain authority of what? 91. WordStream has a domain authority of what? 81. And I don't know if you notice something. If you are very observant, you notice something. The first site is 95. Second site is what? 91, which is smaller than 95. Third site is also 91. The same thing with second site. The next site is what? 81, which is what? Smaller than the previous one. So I don't know if you notice anything. The higher your domain authority, the higher you rank on Google. You get it. If you're very observant, you notice it. A higher domain authority brings about ranking higher on the STRP. So which is why so many sites try as much as possible to increase their domain authority. So with time, we'll get to what brings about increased domain authority. We'll get there, but let's just take the next terminology we have as regards SEO. The next thing we have here is KD, which is known as keyword density. So what is keyword density? So keyword density is basically how many times does my keyword appear in my content? You get. Let me open the content per se. Let me just search for something. Let me search for what can I search for? Okay, let's say make money online, which is something we're very, very, used to whenever I search for this stuff almost every day. If I search for make money online, let me open the very first website I'm seeing here. So searching for make money online, you can see that this guy is, enjoying what we call a search feature, which is featured snippets. You can see down there, this is a featured snippet. This comes before your normal search results, which starts from Forbes.com and the rest of them like that. You get. Now back to KD. So I said KD means keyword density, which is how many times does my keyword appear in my content. So this content is talking about how to make money online. So let's check for how many times does make money online appear in this content. Let me just use my Control F. We can see make money appears 60 times. Make money online appears 39 times. You get. So for this particular content, my keyword is appearing what 39 times.
Now, please, I have a
Now
question,
let's
sir.
check. Okay.
Please, what did you do to know the number of times the KD you control something?
So I did not get you.
Yes, you did control something to actually know the number of times to know the keyword.
Okay. So what I did was I opened the content. You get. Then after opening the content, I used my Control F, which means find. Then I type what I'm looking for on that content, which is make money online. So it's going to highlight all the make money online text in this particular content, as you can see. It highlights it. And right here, it will calculate how many is in the content. I didn't answer your question.
Very well, sir.
Okay, so let's move on. So, so searching for make money online, I'm seeing it appearing 39 times, right? So now to calculate keyword density, I said keyword density is how many times your keyword appears in your content with respect to the total word count of that content. Let's check this content. Let's see how many words are in this content. So for this content, we have a total word count of 5,475 words you get in this particular content. You can see how detailed, how in-depth this content is. Imagine writing the content of 5,400 words. It is a great deal of work. So with this kind of effort, you won't be surprised if your content is appearing on Google on the very first page. In fact, featured snippets you get. And keyword density of what? 39. Make money online. There are other keywords that emanate from this particular content. So now let's calculate keyword density. Remember I said it's amount of times your keyword appears in your content with respect to the word count. So let me pull up my calculator. So our keyword appears 39 times, right? Then let's divide it by words, total word count, 5,475. Then let's multiply it by 100. So it means that for this particular keyword, make money online, this content has a keyword density of 0.7%. I hope it's clear. This particular content has a keyword density of 0.7%. If I should check for make money, which is appearing 60 times, divided by total word count, then times it by 100. For make money, it's appearing 1%, meaning that keyword density is what? 1%. Now, why is this keyword density important? Why is it important? So the reason why keyword density is important is this. You can't be writing a content about make money online and then we check your content, and we can't find that particular word or that particular phrase, make money online. It doesn't make sense. You get? Let me use the trend to make an example. Let's say you go on Twitter, or you go, I don't know, wherever, and then you look at the content and they're talking about Peter Obi, for example, which is actually the trend at the moment. They're talking about Peter Obi, for example, and then look at that content from beginning to the end of the content. You are seeing Tinubu article. You're not seeing Peter Obi in that content. Is that content relevant to that topic? It's not. You get? Your topic cannot be about P2B, and then the content of the topic is talking about Atiku and Tinubu. It doesn't make sense, which is one of the things that is actually going on Twitter at the moment. People see they're supporting Tinubu, but when you check their Twitter timeline, they are all talking about P2B did this, P2B did that. You get? And people are like, they're supporting this guy. Why not talk about him? Instead, you're talking about somebody else. You get? So keyword density tells Google that the fact that this keyword are appearing so many times in this content, it means that this content is about this keyword, is about this subject matter. And that is why you see it appearing on the SCRP. And that's why you can search for make money online and Google will be giving you make money offline. It's not possible. You get it? Because Google will pull out only content that has the phrase make money online in that content. So as an SEO guy, as an SEO specialist, you need to make sure that whichever content is going on the website for a particular keyword, you need to make sure that that content has a very high keyword density. If not, you're just wasting your time, because when you post it on your website and the keyword density is very low, you're not even yourself, you're not telling yourself that I'm really talking about this topic, let alone convincing search engines that, yeah, I'm talking about this topic. So you see how important keyword density is. So that's that for keyword density. So another thing we have there is content keyword distribution, which is this guy, CKD, content keyword distribution. So what does this guy mean? Now, it's one thing to have a very high keyword density. I always advise my students, they should have a keyword density of 1.5%. You get it? Now, it's one thing to have a high keyword density, but it's a very bad thing if your keyword is not evenly distributed across your content. What do I mean by that? Now, let me take a look at this content from the top. Let me search for my keyword again, make money online. Yeah. Now, from the top of the content, you can see my title as my keyword, right? The first 10% of my content, which is this part, some people call it overview. SEO specialists call it first 10% of your content. So the first 10% of this content has my keyword appearing twice. As you can see, make money online, appearing twice. I scroll down, I have another heading, make money online. Under that heading, I'm talking about dropshipping, and the text, the content about dropshipping has my keyword appearing how many times? 2 times. Make money online, make money online. Let's go down further. So now, coming down to this side, I also have it appearing here and here. Let's go down to the bottom of the content. So now I've got to the bottom of the content. The very last paragraph or the very last section of this content has my keyword appearing there as well. Once appearing here as well. So by content keyword distribution, what it means is that make sure your keyword is not being found at just one section of your content. It has to be spread across the content. You get right from the beginning down to the bottom. Let me use this guy's song as an example. I like using this song as an example. This guy called Wizkid. There's a particular song is released. I think the title is Joro, right? So now if you look at this song, Joro, the beginning part is just shouting Joro, 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 Joro. But then looking at other part of that particular song, it does not even mention Joro at all. But when it comes to the chorus again, it keeps shouting Joro, Joro, Joro. It's quite boring. You get it? Because one part of that song is just heavily stuffing the keyword, which is in that sense, Joru. It's just stuffing the keyword in that particular section of the content. But other part of that content, which is the song, he did not mention it at all. That is pure, that is a very poor keyword distribution. You get. So as an SEO specialist, whenever you come across a content, you make sure that your keyword is spread across the content, is evenly distributed, not just stuffing it in one area. You get. If you stuff it in one area of your content and you're having high keyword density, so Google, what you're doing is you're just spamming that content. That content will be regarded as a spam, and you can never appear on the SERP. You get. You need to distribute it evenly and make it sound natural. You get. So that's that for content keyword distribution. So we have SEO KD, we have also known as SD. So what does SD KD mean? This simply means keyword difficulty and search difficulty. So what do I mean by these two things? Now, if you notice, there are certain things you search for. What you'll be seeing on the SERP, we all know what SERP means now. So what you'll be seeing on the SERP is big sites, very big sites. For example, I search for SEO. I'm seeing Google, even Google is appearing for SEO. Search Engine Land, a very big site, appearing for SEO. Moz.com, senior site as well. WordStream, Nai Patel. You get, these are big sites. You get. And the reason why they are appearing for this keyword is because this keyword is actually a very big keyword as well. It's a very difficult keyword. We're talking about keyword difficulty now. The difficulty of this keyword is what? According to the tool I use for checking keyword difficulty, it's 88/100. You can see how difficult it is to rank for this keyword. And that's why on the very first page, you will not see a small site ranking for this keyword. Big sites, Ahrefs, Wikipedia. Let's check the second SERP. Second SERP, I'm seeing what? Ahrefs, WP Beginner, which is WordPress, MCU.edu, Backlinko. These are very big, these are very big sites. MailChimp, HubSpot. You get. You can't see a small site appearing for a keyword that has difficulty of 88/100. It is not possible. You get. Same thing that comes with Make Money Online. All I'm seeing here is a big sites. Look at Domain Authority. This Forbes 94, SaveTheStudent.org 79. You get big sites, Hostinger, Shopify. So for a new site, whenever you're working for a site that is, probably a year old, 6 months or thereabout, you don't go for these big keywords. You don't go for these keywords that are very difficult. Make Money Online is 71/100. You can see how difficult it is. But let's search for something. Let's say Make Money Online in we're currently in let's say in Nigeria, right? Let's say Make Money Online in Nigeria. So let it load. So you can see the kind of site I'm seeing this time around. It's different from the site I was seeing before. You get. It's different from the site I was seeing before. I'm seeing Yellow Card. I'm seeing Invoice, the majority of 32. Now let me even remove Nigeria. Let me change it to. Let me use Ogun State, for example. Make Money Online in Ogun State. Okay. So now I'm not even seeing websites appearing for number 1 and number 2. I'm seeing social media platforms. Whenever you search for something, right, and you are seeing a social media website or a social media platform, it means that keyword is quite easy to rank for. You get. So I don't know if you guys noticed what I did here. I don't know if you noticed what I did. I added in Ogun State to the keyword that was difficult. I can do the same thing for this guy. SEO, let me say SEO company in which area should I use? Let's say in Ghana, example. Remember that the keyword difficulty was 88, right? Let me see if I will get data on keyword difficulty for this. So let's see how you can see now the difficulty is what? 41. So if you are very observant, you notice that the keyword difficulty reduces as I increase the keyword length. That is why we have what we call short tail keyword and long tail keyword. If I have a business, I'm running an SEO agency, I know that I can't rank for the keyword SEO as it stands. So instead of me to target SEO, I'll target what? SEO company in my location. You get, it's cheaper and easier to rank for SEO company in Ghana than to rank for SEO company. It's very, very difficult to rank for SEO company. You can see the sites that are ranking for it. This guy, keyword difficulty is 12. This guy is 47. Is 29. You can see how this one is even 9. Can you see how cheap this keyword is? You get. Imagine Upwork. Upwork is not even a platform, or this Upwork is where people hire SEO experts, and it's appearing for SEO company in Ghana. Upwork is not an SEO company. Neither is it in Ghana, but it's appearing for this keyword, showing you that this keyword is still very cheap to target. Look at this guy, the method of 15, this guy is 14. So that's what I actually mean by SEO keyword difficulty. You get. So let's just say the shorter the keyword, the more difficult it is. It's the normal, the normal sense behind it. You can't search for, let's say your name is David John. You can't search for David and expect to see yourself. It's not possible. Chances you see yourself be very, very slim. You get. Your name cannot be, let's say your name is Ronaldo Alvarez, for example. If you search for Ronaldo, you won't see yourself. You won't even appear on the first 10 pages of the SLP. But when you search for Ronaldo Alvarez, you have higher chances of appearing compared to when you search for just Ronaldo. So that's just the logic behind it. Let's move on. If you have questions, just call my attention. Okay, Ernest, you have a question, feel free to ask.
All right, boss. Thank you very much for this opportunity. All right. For this keyword search here, like he used href to find the keyword density. Those hrefs, are they Chrome extensions that aid search engines and SEOs?
Okay.
You could see it, right?
So
those
yeah,
ones
so
are
now
they extensions?
Yes, these extensions, but they are premium extensions, they are paid extensions. Yes. But
Okay.
there is a limit to how you can use it for free. You get, there are free options of it. So if you install this extension, just all you need to do, just search for href. If you are using Chrome, href Chrome extension. You download it, you install it. You can see these basic things such as what I just checked with it, which is I checked this content with this extension, which is this stuff. So when you install it, you get to see it on your bar here. So I can check this kind of metrics with it. How many word counts is in this content, how many headings are there, their meta description, their title tag, the metrics, which is a domain authority, the backlinks, all these things, I can check it for free. This particular content alone, I can confirm that it is giving this site, which is obelo.com, is giving them 24,000 visits every month, just this content. You get. So these are data that you can get for free. But there are certain other things that you can get for free. So it's premium, yeah, but you can use it to an extent for free. I hope I answer your question.
Okay, I think I will try that. But because at the same time, we can still get our metric by using the normal site, right? The normal href my website.
Yes,
we can still get all right, no problem. I will use the mic now. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I think I can move on. Another question.
Yeah, I think there are about 3. Esther.
Sorry, Paul, can you please raise your voice? I can barely hear you. Is it Paul that is asking, or?
No. So there are 3 other questions. Esther, Paul, Emmanuel. So I've allowed your mic. Esther, I think you should go first.
Okay, Esther, that's a question.
Esther, you can speak.
Esther, would you?
No, please. We can't hear you, Esther. We can't hear you. Your mic is-
Esther, I can't hear you.
I want to type. I want to type. Emmanuel, let's have a question. We can't hear you.
Or any of you can ask a question. So come on.
Emmanuel, can you ask Paul? Please ask your question.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
evening, Paul.
Thank you so much. I've really learned a lot. Just by the fact that I'm a beginner, in the digital marketing world. My question is, I don't know. At the end of this meeting, would there be a material that will be sent to us individually for us to still go through, because this is very advanced. But from the whole, the whole lot of thing that Mr. Victor and Mr. Joshua have been saying since. It's very advanced. So my question is, I don't know if there will be material that will be sent to us into our mails or individually that we can go through after the meeting. And also for some of us that are still very like a newbies, like we are still very new in the system. So how can we be encouraged? How can we grow? Because most of the things that have been taught since for the past 1 hour or two is very advanced. So that's my question.
Oh, to answer your question, as regards the material, that will be left for Victor to oversee that. Then, as regards encouraging you to advance into this stuff or venture into this stuff. So, what I will tell my students is this: the difference between somebody that is good in something and somebody that is not good in something is just dedication. You get. Everybody has 24 hours of the day. Nobody will say he has just 10 hours. Everybody has 24 hours of every day. You get. So the major thing that is missing is time management. If you can manage your time very well and you tell yourself that, okay, I want to give myself 2 hours to learn digital marketing. I want to give myself 2 hours every day to learn SEO. Trust me, you'll be very good at it. And then where do you get resources to learn this stuff? You get. There is a digital university that many of us don't know of, or we know of it, but we don't use it as we're supposed to. That digital university is called what? YouTube. YouTube is a digital university. You can learn anything you want to learn from YouTube, from scratch to advanced, from beginner to pro. If you can use your YouTube very well, you leave watching, what's his name, Sabinus Comedy and the rest of them. You face a particular skill that you want to learn. Whenever it's, let's say you tell yourself that, okay, once it's 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, I want to learn this skill on YouTube. So whenever it's that time, you go to YouTube, you search for a particular, probably a handle, a channel that talks about that particular skill. You learn it. If you search for SEO for beginners or SEO tutorials for beginners, you get so many videos. You watch, you practically learn this stuff. You get. YouTube can be very how should I say, misleading, in the sense that when you get there, there are so many videos they will provide or they will present to you. If you are the type that likes comedy, you see so many interesting, comedy videos with catchy headlines, and you might be tempted to click. And once you click, you watch the first one. Before you know, you've watched 10. So it's discipline and time management. Tell yourself that I'm coming to YouTube to watch this thing and not Sabino's comedy video. You get. So that's my encouragement for you. Just tell yourself that, okay, this guy has 24 hours of the day and he's so good at this stuff. I also have the same 24 hours. Why can't I be good at this stuff? So you tell yourself to use your time well. That's basically it. So
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Emmanuel, let me take your question, then we'll continue.
So I don't know, Emmanuel and Esther, I'm not hearing from any of them, but it's fine. Esther, we can't hear you very well. But if you can type, like I said,
okay, let's move on then. Esther, your network is quite bad. You could use the chat. You could use the chat box to drop a question. So let's move on. Let's move on. We still have a lot to cover. Then I'll come back to take questions again. So let's drop your question in the chat box. So let's say in the next about 10-15 minutes, I'll come back to questions again. So next thing we have here is anchor text. What is anchor text? What is anchor text? It's something we all know. It's something we all familiarize ourselves with every day, but we probably don't know that, okay, this is what it's called. Okay. Okay, so now when you search for something online, you get to notice that then you click, for example, now this is how to make 5,000 naira daily completing simple tasks online, right? If I click on it, it takes me to that particular website, or which is in this case linkedin.com. I'm talking about how to make money, make 5,000 naira daily, right? Now, this particular text we're seeing here that is saying how to make 5,000 naira daily is an anchor text. Anchor in the sense that it is holding something. It is a text. How to make money, how to make 5,000 naira daily. It's a text that is holding something. What is it holding? It is holding the link. This is the link it is holding. So when I click on that guy, I'm actually clicking on this link. You get, this is the link behind how to make 5,000 naira daily completing simple tasks. So you see the reason why I call it anchor text. Anchor and text. It is a text that is anchoring a link. You see this stuff on your WhatsApp, it's right there. Whenever I want to view somebody's status, what do? You click the person's status name or the person's contact name to view the person's status, right? That name you are clicking on at that status panel is linked to the person's status. So once you click on it, you view the person's status. If you're in the chat panel in WhatsApp, when you click on the person's name, it takes you to the person's DM, right? So at that point, that person's name is an anchor text to the DM. So anchor text is basically just a text that is holding links. The SEO word, that's what it simply means. So let's move on. We don't really have much time anymore. This 44 minutes has gone already. So what is CMS? CMS is content management system. We have WordPress, we have Joomla, we have Drupal. So this content you are seeing on this website was written on a CMS before being published. We get written on a CMS, which is a content management system, before they publish it. The CMS we will all be familiar with is Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is not a CMS. You get Microsoft Word is CMS. That place where you write your content, blah blah blah. Then you go to a cafe or somewhere else to print it. That area you can also refer to it as your CMS. You get. For in the SEO world, the CMS we know is WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, Wix. They are all CMS. So let's move on. Other technologies we have LTK, I've talked about it. STK, I've talked about it. The long tail keyword and a short tail keyword. Short tail keyword, for example, is SEO. Long tail keyword, for example, is SEO company in Ghana. I gave that example there. So SEO, just SEO, can be called an STK, short tail keyword. It's short, it's brief, you get. But then SEO company in Ghana is quite lengthy, and we call it long tail keyword. So page authority, it's similar to your domain authority as well, but the difference is this. Let's use Ahrefs to expose this site's page authority. So now Ahrefs will call it URL rating. Most we call it page authority. So now you notice that this website, which is ng.obelo.com, has a domain authority or domain rating of what? 89, right? But this particular page, this page we are on now, that's talking about how to make money online, has its own authority, different from the authority of the overall website. This 89 we're seeing here, the authority of the overall website. But this guy we're seeing here, page authority, is the authority of this particular content, this particular how to make money online we're looking at. Get so that's page authority. So each page, each content on the website has its own authority. If I should open another content on this site, let me open another content. Let's say stories on the same website, right? So this is stories. So I want to check the page authority of this particular website. I'll just come here as well. I go to metrics. So you can see authority of this particular page is what? 8. Well, my overall domain authority remains the same, which is what? 9. So let's move on. So backlinks, or we call it votes. So I told you that I'm going to come to explain why websites or how websites get this domain authority. This guy is 89, right? Domain authority is what? 89. Remember when I checked this site, this one gave me what? 43. So why is this guy 43 and this guy is 89? The reason is simply because of what? Backlinks. That's just the reason behind it. Backlinks. You get. So what are backlinks? So backlinks are links you get from other sites. You get. The fact that another site writes about something and put my link on his own website, he has given me what? Backlink, meaning that he has increased the domain authority. You get. So we have local SEO. Okay, what is local SEO? Now, local SEO has to do with locations. Basically, it's your GMB. GMB is Google My Business. Now, whenever you search for something, anything you search for, and you put location, right? Anything you search for and put location, you will see businesses. This guy is a search feature. You see businesses in that location. You get. The fact that these guys are appearing here, these businesses are appearing here, they've done a great deal of what? Local SEO. You get. They've become authority in their location, in their respective locations. And that's why they're appearing here before the normal searching results page. So that's basically what local SEO is all about. On page, off page. I'm trying to be fast a bit because we don't really have much time, so I'm not sorry about that. But I need to just cover as much as I can for the sake of this class. So on-page SEO, on-page are basically things you do on the website. For example, writing this content on the website is on-page SEO. You get. I wrote it on the website. I put my links, put my pictures, put my videos. I saw a video on the content. Yeah, put my videos. All these things are what? On-page SEO. Off-page SEO now is the link building, that backlinks I'm talking about. Because the backlinks will not be on my site. It will be on somebody else's website linking to me. So it's off-page because I'm not working on my site at that moment. So that's on-page and off-page SEO. You get. We have CTR. CTR is click-through rate. Let me explain CTR. Now, if you notice, CTR is just how many people click on your website. Now, people that search for SEO company in Ghana, many of them click on this guy 5 times in a month. Just one person in a month clicks on this guy on average. Nobody even clicks on this guy. Estimated visit is 0. 41 people click on this phone in a month. So you can see the click-through rate. So it depends on what people want. When they click on your site, it tells people that okay, this guy is relevant to this keyword. You get. So with Ahrefs or Ubersuggest, you can actually pull up all this data and you get to see these data I'm talking about. So let's talk about the headings: H1, H2, H3, H5, and H6 headings. Every content has heading. You get. This content has H1, which is H1 is your title. H1 is the title. If you notice, it's bigger and bolder than the next heading I have here, which is this guy. And this guy is going to be bigger than this guy. How to make money online, 28 reviews. The heading is going to be bigger than start dropshipping. Let's confirm it. So let me go to my content. So now, H1, my title. H2, I told you just now, how to make money online, 28 reviews. Dropshipping is what? It's H3. You can see this is what we call content structure. H1, H2, H3. The reason why all these guys are H3 is because they are under this guy. How to make money online, 28 real ways is housing all these 28 ways to make money online. So they're definitely under it, meaning that it's going to be H2, and those children it gives birth to, which is the 28 children it gave birth to, are going to be what? H3. And when I'm done with those 28 kids it gave birth to, I want to enter another heading. I'll go back to my work, my H2. So like that. If I have something lesser than, let's say under when I become a TikTok consultant, I have another heading I'll talk about. That heading coming under this number 27 is going to be what? H4. You get. So it's simply what we call content structure. You structure your content with headings. Let the title be H1, the bigger headings H2. If they are housing other headings, let's be H3, and like that, like that. So let's just move on to how search engine works. How does search engine work? You get all these things we are seeing on the SCRP. How exactly? How does it even come about? How? So Google has an algorithm. You get it. As an SEO specialist, you need to understand Google's algorithm. Google updates the algorithm every year. That's why you hear Google core updates, Google this updates, Google content updates, Google headline updates. All these updates are what? Algorithm updates. Google is updating the algorithm. So now, we SEO specialists, although Google does not really tell you, nitty-gritty of their updates, they just give an overview of what they updated or what they added. But basically, we SEO specialists we understand that Google algorithm takes into consideration some certain factors. Those factors are what brings about a website ranking on the first page and websites ranking on the second page. What are those factors? Let's take a look at those factors. So those factors are all this, which is number one, secure and accessible websites, page speed, mobile friendliness, domain age, URL authority, search intent relevance, and the rest of them there. What do we mean by secure and accessible website? A very reasonable website will have what? This padlock you're seeing here. Any website that does not have this padlock you're seeing here is not a secure website. To get this padlock is just what? It's what we call SSL. When you're buying your website, they'll ask you, do you want to pay for SSL? You get. Make sure you tick it that yes, I want to pay for SSL. So that your website will have this padlock here. You get. It means that the connection is secure and accessible. So that's one thing that Google takes into consideration in the algorithm. Another one is page speed. When I clicked on this guy, let me click on this guy, for example. Let's see how long it takes to load. You can see how fast it takes to load. Very fast. That's finished loading. Google takes into consideration how fast your website loads. You get, which is what we call interaction, the load time to interaction. So this website took about, I think, about 3 or 4 seconds to load up. So these things are all Google puts considering the algorithm. And that thing is, how old is the website? The URL. Now, let's take a look at this content. I've used this content for example since. The URL, the content title is what? How to make money online, 28 real ways to earn money online. But look at the URL. You can see how friendly the URL is. The URL is just their website name and then the content URL, which is how to make money online. Simple. Some people will go as much as putting all these details. We start seeing them putting 28 real ways this is very, 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 very bad. You don't do this. You get? You don't do this. So your URL should be very friendly, simple and short. You don't need all the title to be in your URL. You get? That's to be very friendly. Authority, how your domain authority, how high is it? These are things that Google takes into consideration. Mobile friendliness. Now I'm doing this website on a desktop, on my laptop. How about I view it on a phone? Let's view it on a phone. Let's see how it's going to look like. So let's see how it's going to look like on the phone. So now, this is mobile view. I think it has adjusted because I'm using mobile view. You can see how it has adjusted. It's still very friendly. So if I was using my phone to view it, precisely Samsung Galaxy 8, this is how it's going to look like. Which is very, very friendly. There are some websites that when you view them on your phone, it's total jargon. Everything is just here and there. Picture is longer than your screen and all that. But look at how it adjusted to the device I'm using. So all these things plays a role in the ranking of the website. Search intent relevant. Is it relevant to what that person searched for? Is it relevant to it or does not relate? Optimized content. Speaking of optimized content, I'm talking about your content structure, images and all that. All those things have to be in your content. The images, your videos, your headings and all that. User experience. Navigating it, is it okay for users? Is it that when they come to the website, they will just go back and be like, this website is trash? You get? Is it friendly? Is it easy to navigate? So that's all these things that go into consideration. So that's all these things play a role in Google's algorithm. So Google sends out bots. We all know that it's not human being that is ranking it. They're called bots, BOTS, or you call it spiders, or you call it crawlers. So these crawlers or these bots, they crawl your content. When they crawl your content, they check for all these signals, all these factors I was mentioned now. They check for all these factors. And when they've ascertained that, okay, this first 5 content or this first 5 sites meets our algorithm, you get. Now they look for those small things that makes one site better than the other. It could be a better content and all that. So when they've ascertained all these things, then they will rank you guys. They will index it, and then they rank you guys. So they rank those sites according to the algorithms they have in their system. You get. So that basically 2 types of SEO. We have the on page and the off page. I've explained this already. So this is your on page, keyword research, everything you actually do on your website. Keyword research, site structure, the meta tags. What are meta tags? Whenever I search for something online, you notice that under every search result, there's one small write-up under it. All of them always have one small write-up. This small write-up you are seeing is what? The meta tag or meta description. And there's one unique thing about all of them. That your keyword you search for, you will always find it there. That keyword you search for, you'll find it there. SEO company in Ghana. You always find it there. SEO company in Ghana. It's always been in the meta description. You get. It's always be there. So that's for your meta description. Another thing we have is what? Your title tag. Title tag is basically a title, which is, in this case, this one is 10 best SEO agencies in Ghana. This is the title, and that's the title tag. Okay. Rich content, how rich is the content? Remember, we looked at a content of 5,475 words. And see how rich that content is. It's covered everything on how to make money online, giving you 28 sure ways for you to make money online. Site speed, how fast is it? All these are on page SEO. image optimization, video optimization, all these are on-page SEO. Why the off-page SEO? I told you that basically it's all about building links. You get everything here is all about link building. I go to Twitter, I type my website and I tell people visit my website or click on my YouTube channel. All those things are link building. That's social bookmarking. Twitter is more like a forum. If you submit your link on Twitter, you've built a link already to your website. But the major forum we all know of is what? Quora. We all know Quora, we all know Neraland. These are forums. We have article submission, submitting your articles on other people's websites, writing your website link in content in comment section. Let's say this content we talked about before. So this content we use as an example. We scroll down to the bottom. Most websites they always have comment section. You get. So when you check your website's comment section and you see people, writing stuff there, many people go there to drop links to their website. This they don't have comment section on this. Okay, they do. They have. So now let's take a look at this comment section. You can see this guy, they put link to this content here. This guy linked to a URL in his Discord channel. You get putting your link in this comment section is basically link building. It's another tactics SEO guys used to do links. So I can decide to put link to my website here as well. And then I submit it. You get, so when you submit it, you can see it there. Anybody that clicks on it, it will take them to my website. So automatically I've built link in this manner. You get, it's taking me to my website. So that's basically another way to build links. Comment submission, Q&A, video submission, all these things are basically the same tactics. You get, going to these platforms to submit your link, just like I did just now. So that's basically it for research. So you don't just wake up one day and you say you want to write about somebody, you want to write about something. You need to do keyword research. You get it. So let's say, for example, let me use this site as an example. So any content you are seeing here, somebody did not just wake up and say, I want to write about Rockwell trading. No, you found out that, okay, Rockwell trading, the keyword is not very difficult. Let's confirm it. Rockwell trading. The keyword is not that difficult, and the website is talking about trading stuff. You get, talking about businesses. It relates to the website. It's in similar niche. You get. So the fact that it's in a similar niche, I can write about it. And the keyword difficulty is what? Let's check. Okay. The keyword difficulty, according to Href, so according to Ubersuggest, it's what? 60 is currently 60. Rocket trading reviews is 60. You get Rocket trading scam, all of them like that. Basically everything that regards to Rocket trading, maximum we can get is what? 60. So yeah, it's a cheap keyword that I can write on for this website, based on the fact that the authority of this website is what? 43. If your website has a lower authority than 43, you can't write content on Rocket trading. You write content on keywords that are cheaper, that are less difficult. So basically, the keyword research is you getting search terms or search phrases, things that people search for on Google every day, and then you write content on it, as long as it is what relating to your website and it is what you get. So that's basically it, and come to the end of it. So let me just entertain your questions. Just a few questions, and we'll call it a night. Okay. Esther, I'm seeing your keyword, your question rather. You said, how do you determine the number of times the keyword should appear in overall content? So whenever you open a content, Esther, hope you can hear me. Whenever you open a content and you just press your Ctrl F, you press your Ctrl F, you see a small box like this. So you just type the keyword you're searching for. Let's say you're searching for business. It shows you how many times business is appearing on that page. You can see it's going to highlight all the business. I'm going to tell you how many it is. In this case, it is 34 total. You get. So that's how you get it. It's very easy. Hope I've answered that question. Okay.
All right. Is there any other question? Aside any other question, I would like to ask a general question. First question I want to ask is, so from everything.
Sorry, I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Come again, I can barely hear you.
Confident, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question, please. I have a question. Hello.
Can you hear you? Go on.
You advise that the name to rank on the website only in the website.
I didn't get your question. I didn't hear anything you said. Like,
I can't hear you. Your network is quite bad.
Network is bad. So please type your question. Your network is bad. We can't hear you. So we don't spend so much time. Type your question in the chat. I'll read it out. All right.
Just type it. I'll just take 3 more questions.
We'll take 3 more questions, and that'll be it. Ernest, Grace, Ernest, I just allowed your mic. Please, you can ask a question.
Thank you once again. I'm sorry, please, can you just explain more on that social bookmarking? And also try to explain how social media can help with SEO. Is there a way social media can help with SEO? Is there a way at all? That will be the second one. Then first one will be you explaining a little bit about that social bookmarking. Thank you.
Okay. So now, whenever you go to, let's use Twitter for example, because it's one I trust everybody should be familiar with at this point. So whenever you go to your Twitter, for example, you want to create a new account. When you open your Twitter, you notice that there's a spot or an option where you can insert your link. If you have a website, you can put your website link. You can put link to anything. You get. Putting your link there is automatically creating a backlink to your website. You get. That's basically it.
All right.
Then
okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
The second question then your second question, which is how social media can help. Now, your website is probably new. You created a website, let's say, a few months ago. When you put something on your website, it might take time for Google to notice your website and then crawl your website. But when you post links of your content to social media, because social media platform is a platform that is very big, and Google crawlers crawl this website or these platforms every single second. In fact, every millisecond, they crawl these platforms. I don't know if you noticed what Elon Musk said. That was about 2 days ago. He said the World Cup traffic has given Twitter about 20 million tweets per second. Imagine 20 million tweets is dropping per second on Twitter. You get. So the fact that these platforms are forever active, every second things are dropping on this website. Google crawlers, search engine crawlers crawl these social media platforms every second. So what you need to do is paste your link on this platform so that Google will pick it up faster compared to waiting till when it comes to crawl the site. That is how we can help with SEO. It helps Google to notice your website very fast and crawl it, because they crawl everything on that platform as well as every link on that platform.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Thank you.
So I think there are some questions in the chat.
Yeah. Confidence
Yes.
say, assuming I want to rank a website for SEO, is it best to make the word appear on the web domain better on the content in web pages? I really don't understand that question, but if you are saying should it appear in the title or in the content? So yes, your website domain name remains the same forever and ever. If you create a website and you call it confidence.com, confidence.com will never change. It will remain confidence.com. But under confidence.com, you can write about motivation, you can write about time management, you can write about anything under confidence.com. Now, if, for example, you want to write about motivation, your title should have the keyword motivation in it. And then your content should also have motivation appearing as many times as possible. So it could be something like 10 ways to stay motivated every day. You get. So your keyword is motivated in that sense. It means that in your content, you make sure you use the phrase motivated as many times as possible. I hope I answered the question. So I think that will be all. Uh, Over to you, Victor.
All right. Thank you. Esther, how do you determine the number of? Okay, I think you answered this already. Or did you answer Esther's question? I think she had a question here.
Yeah. I've answered Esther's question. To get the overall, how do you determine the number of times you run for appear? So, okay, you want to know how many times it should appear. Now, I've taught you how to calculate your keyword density, which is the number of times keyword appears divided by the total word count times 100. And I told you that for every content, I always advise that keyword density should be 1.5%. Whenever you're writing your content, you are using your keyword in your content. You want to know if it is enough, if it is okay. What you do is you check it, how many times does it appear, do the maths. If it is up to 1.5%, then you're good to go. If it's not up to 1.5%, you try and optimize it. So just take it that your target keyword density for every content you're writing should be 1.5%. But it shouldn't be more than 3%. You get, it shouldn't be more than 3%. It should be between 1.5% and 3%. So that's it about that.
All right. So I want to ask a general question now, right? Everybody, I want to ask a question. You just type in the chat. Let me know what field, what branch of digital marketing you want to focus on. I want to hear your answers. So going forward now, what branch do you choose to focus on? Do you want to stay on social media line? You love social media. You want to go into advertising? You want to be an ad specialist? Or you want to go into SEO? Yeah, you want to be an SEO expert. So just let me know in the chat which area you are going to be focusing on, right? Okay, Emmanuel said SEO. Okay, social media. Esther says social media marketing and email. Okay, great. And social media and SEO. Great. So I see a lot of you guys love this SEO thing. Yeah. Okay, as specialist, great confidence. So being an SEO guy is like, it's more or less like a tech bro. you're going to like a tech bro in fact it's the easiest way to enter into the tech space. So all right. I don't know if Chibuzo you want to share just so before we round up, we're rounding up by 7:30. Chibuzo, you want to share a little story of how you started doing SEO? Just 10 minutes. Tell us how you got into SEO and how you start making money from SEO, so that to motivate people who are going into that field. Joshua too. After Chibuzo, you want to tell us how far you started and how far you've come and all that. Just 10 minutes or 5 minutes for each, please, so that we don't take so much time and then we can round up. Chibuzo.
Okay. So for me, my SEO story is quite different. You get. I did not learn SEO because I wanted to just become an SEO specialist. What made me learn it was frustration. I won't lie to you. I have a website, and my website was, I put content on the website. I share the link to just friends and families. And imagine when you have a family of 5, so it's just you, your brother, your mom, and your dad that is visiting your website. You get it. It's very funny. It's very funny and very, very frustrating. So I was like, how do I get people I don't know to visit my website? How do I get somebody in Ghana, somebody in the US to visit my website? And that was what sparked me to learn SEO. So I learned it to solve a problem for myself, but it turns out that people also need me to solve the same problem for them. And that was how I monetized the skill. People call me here and there and be like, hi, I have a website. I would like to, appear on the SCRP. I want to rank. I want to get organic traffic and all that. And that's how it all started. So basically, whenever you want to learn a skill, don't learn a skill because you want to make money. No, it's very, very wrong. Learn a skill because you want to solve a problem. You get, when you want to solve a problem, it's easier for you to build on that skill. You get, because you know that, okay, if I learn this thing, this problem is bye-bye for me. But when your only motivation is to make money, you will not have, at some point you stop. You might start learning the skill today, a month or two, you just stop. But when you want to solve a problem, you will keep, trying to perfect that stuff so that you can solve any problem that arise in that field.
All right,
So
good. Thank you so much for that. I hope that story inspires somebody, Sha. Um, Joshua, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we want to hear from you.
Okay, so basically, I have similar story to that of Chibuzo, but a bit different in the sense that I believe his own didn't really cost him much money that made him to go and start. His own was basically less traffic, but mine, I spent a lot of money. I wasted a lot of money on ads. Like it was getting out of hand. I was getting frustrated. I was not getting the desired result that I was looking for. My ads were underperforming. I was not making money and all of that. So that's really what led into me having to learn, do all the research I could do, watch all the videos I could watch on YouTube. And that was when I realized that learning art is not about watching YouTube videos alone. It's also about practicing. And the funny thing about practicing is that you have to spend money while practicing. So you just have to have an open mind when you're learning advertising. Know that at some point you might have to spend money to find out what really works and all of that. But you don't really have to spend that much. So that's basically it. Losing money and having to be forced to go and learn how to do it. So yeah.
All right, great, great. So, I just want to like two things, summary from everything that has been said so far, even from yesterday. Seek ye first knowledge, and then money will follow. So, yeah, I think that's it, guys. Um, we would soon call it a day. In the next few minutes, so we want to get our MD to come and say some few words before we close out. So yes, if you actually did not register for this class, please, I don't know, because some people would have actually just seen the link and joined. Probably a friend told you about it. I'll be dropping the link to register in the chat. And the reason for that is only people who are registered are going to get certificates. So yeah, in the coming weeks, um, everyone is going to be getting a certificate. You'll be getting an email with with the slides also that are used in this training. Um, yes, so we are also going to send you your certificate for this course because it's more or less like a course. So I'm going to be dropping the link in the chat now. Please do well to register so you get certificate. So it's not like you just came here, after 2 days, you leave without getting a certificate. So it's very, 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 very important. So I think that'll be it. Just a few minutes.
Yeah, thanks, David. David, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Josh, for that fantastic presentation. Thanks, Chibuzo, for sharing your knowledge around SEO. I believe people got a lot and learned a lot in terms of what SEO is all about and what one in ad is all about. People pay heavily to learn this knowledge, but we are giving it for free, all thanks to our partner GIZ for making it possible. We made a promise while sending out this message that join and stand a chance to win a laptop. Our time is fast spent. We will go ahead and do the raffle draw to get the winner. Again, this is less of the price, focus more on the knowledge that I've gotten. uh, you can make much, much money and buy yourself tons of laptops if you learn from this. And mind you, this is supposed to create a foundation for you so that subsequently you can learn and expand your knowledge and become an expert. My joy will be that probably at the airport one day I will meet Christopher or Emmanuel, Ernest or Esther or Steven or God's will, and you tell me that, oh, Bella Victor, do you remember me? I attended one of the digital skills training, and now I'm working for Google or I'm working for this company, and I'm as an SEO expert or as their ads specialist, and I'm earning in dollars and all. For me, that would be the greatest joy that I will get from this program. The impact that comes is what will be, all confidence. Yeah, the impact that we get. That is it for us. That is the most important thing. If you check, Josh mentioned that he paid money to learn this kind of skills. I think Ruth yesterday mentioned she paid 40,000 naira as of then for her to learn social media marketing. So we didn't charge any of you anything at all. Just come and learn. And thank you for also making out time to attend. So I'll share my screen quickly, and let's roll. And uh, so I'll use the online picker where I'll copy your. I don't want to use phone number so that someone won't see your phone number and say, oh, you want a laptop and start disturbing you. No. Uh, I will just use your email and paste the email. Confirm that you can see my screen. Drop a message in the chat that you can see my screen. Drop a message that you can see my screen before I can. Yeah, this start today, even yesterday, is the updated list that we're using. Okay, great. Great. So I'll just paste all the email here. He's loading. Uh, there are quite a lot. Okay. I'll paste all the emails here, and uh, we are ready to go. So 1, 2, ready, go. So he's analyzing it, and it randomly selects a name for us. Are we ready to see the winner? Are we ready to see the winner? It's loading the result. Fantastic. So we have Oludu, this email address. David, please help me with this email address. So Oludu Foke
Oluduro Flake.
at
Oluduro
gmail.com.
Flakey at gmail.com.
Okay. If you know you are the owner of this email address, please and please send us an email at info@socialander. Provide us your full name, because there's no way that we can know your full name from this. Provide us your full name, your phone number, and also your signature, because we already have these details on our database. We'll cross-check. And for attendance, we know people that joined yesterday and today. We have the attendance, and Teams automatically take attendance. We have the record of everybody that joined.
So we'll compare and cross-check, and we'll ship your laptops to you. Congratulations once more to this person that won the laptop. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your time. We hope that you had benefited from this program and you learned a lot. God bless you. Uh, David, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Bella, for that. I think we are done here. We can call this a day. So congrats to Oluduro Fleki. We hope to hear from you soon. I guess we are done. So on that note, I will say good night, everyone, and do have an amazing learning journey. Thank you very much.